Hi there! Welcome to Simple or Not Kitchen. My name is Melissa, and here in Simple or Not Kitchen, we put some recipes to the test and let you know if they're simple to follow or not. And today we have our friend Amir in the kitchen with us, and he's making us falafel. Amir is from Yemen, and we are making falafels the way he says his mom makes them. This recipe isn't hard to make, but it is very time-consuming, and there are a lot of steps. We are also going to need a lot of ingredients. Well, most recipes for falafel include only chickpeas. The way Amir says his mom makes them is to use 3 kinds of beans. So we're using dried chickpeas, dried lima beans, and dried lentils. It's important that they be dry and not the canned version. To bring our falafel together, we're also going to be needing some baking soda, flour, and to add some flavor, we'll need some fresh parsley, some chopped onion, some garlic, and salt. We're also going to be needing some spices, and you can be a little bit selective here and use the ones that you like the best. We're using cumin, we're also using sumac, cardamom, cayenne pepper, and a few other things according to taste. Using about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of each spice, but you can adjust it according to the way you like it. And the first step, of course, starts out pretty easily. We are going to take about 1 cup of each of our dried beans, combine them in a bowl, and then we're going to cover them with water, and we are going to let them sit for about 24 hours. That's pretty simple so far, isn't it? 24 hours later, we are going to take those beans and we are going to transfer them to our food processor with our parsley. Then we're going to grind them until they are finely ground. And with our beans all ground up, we are going to transfer them to a bowl, and it's time to season them up. This isn't difficult. So far, nothing that we've done has been, too challenging or difficult, but grinding up all those beans did take quite a while, maybe because I have a somewhat small food processor, but it took a while. Then it's time to spice up that bean mixture. We're using about a teaspoon, in some cases about half a teaspoon of our spices. Just use the spices that you like and the amounts that you like. We're going to make sure that those spices get well incorporated and well mixed into our mixture. We're also adding about a teaspoon of our baking soda to the mixture and a couple teaspoons of flour. And Amir ended up just using his hands to make sure that all those spices and that flour were all pretty well incorporated into the mixture. And we're almost done. The only step left is to roll our falafel mixture into little balls and fry them in a pan. And so we are going to heat up the oil in our pan while we roll the falafel into balls. We're using just regular vegetable oil, and we're going to heat it up before we start frying. And before we start frying our falafel, we want to make sure that our oil is hot enough. We're just going to take a little piece of our falafel. We're going to drop it in the oil just to make sure that it is hot enough. When it's hot enough, we are going to go ahead and just drop the rest of our falafel into the hot oil. And that's all there is to it. Once they're fried, they are ready to eat. We are eating ours on some pita bread with a few vegetables. We have some sliced onions, some tomatoes, and a little bit of extra parsley as well. If you give this recipe a try, let me know how it turned out. And thank you so much for watching Simple or Not Kitchen. You'll find more recipes, articles, and videos at PenelCentral.com.